Hello, my name is Valdez Hill, and today I'm going to talk to you about why I love logistics. That's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to hopefully after this conversation, you can understand why I love logistics so much and why it's so important to me. I want to start by saying, take a look around you. The furniture, the tables, everything in this room, even your smartphone or audio electronics. All of that is possible because of logistics. Your electronics had to get from the factory to the marketplace, and then in some instances from the marketplace to you, all required logistics. It's a very complex operations. Now the reason why I like logistics is for two reasons. One, because I did it in the military, and two, I like the fact that it's so global that I get to travel a lot and interact with different cultures. Now, let me tell you about the military. I served in the Marines and the Air Force. And while I was in the Marines, logistics played a big part in our operations because that's what I did. I was a logistician. And we would deploy to numerous islands where there's nothing there. We had to set up a mini airport. We had to bring a lot of fuel in for our aircrafts to fly sorties. We basically had to we had to be self-sufficient for a week or two without any outside help. And that required a lot of logistics. It required food, importing the fuel, tents for the living quarters, generators. These are for the generators. It was a very complex operation. So we really had to be on our game and on the ball to make it a success. We worked with aircrafts from many different countries, so we could not fail. And I also served in the Air Force, and in the Air Force, I was also a logistician, and I was deployed on the war on terror. And during the head of the war, between say 2004, 2005, the U.S. Air Force and the military as a whole broke many logistical records. We broke records as far as how many fuel gallons were pumped, how many aircraft sorties were flown, how many troops were rotated in and out of the combat zone. Every conceivable record in logistics was broken. How many meals were served, and we worked with different countries too. So it wasn't just the U.S. military. It was a joint coalition. So, like I said, we surpassed many milestones. I mean, we had aircrafts that were flying that shouldn't have been flying, but because of logistics, ordering the parts, getting the parts there on time, these aircrafts were able to fly and support the war on terror. So, once again, that's logistics at work. The war on terror would not be possible without good logistics. And the second point I want to make is the fact that logistics allows me to travel to different countries. I've been to many countries in the world, been in the military, and I get a feel of how they run their logistics. Some is good, some are bad, but the fact is, we logisticians realize that without logistics, the military operations will not be possible. Logistics is global and it's worldwide. Take a look at Walmart, for example. Walmart stocks product in 70 countries and they have stores in 25 countries. Walmart is the biggest logistical giant there is. Every time you walk into a Walmart store, you are witnessing the greatest logistical feat any Fortune 500 company has ever undertaken. I mean, they have trucks, they have airplanes, they have ships. Walmart is the ground zero for logistics, and I think it's the benchmark that other companies, Fortune 500 companies also should follow. So think about it. If you're a logistician with Walmart, you get to go to these different countries, interact with different cultures, see how they do things. You're not sitting behind a desk all the time. You're talking to suppliers in India, in Germany, maybe in Hungary, or in the Caribbean. You're constantly coordinating with different cultures. And for me personally, I like that. I don't like sitting behind a desk. I like the challenge of being, with different culture. So I just want to conclude by saying, hopefully I convince you about why logistics is important. Like I said, I saw it in the military. I saw how important it was. And for me, it's very important to interact with other cultures. And, I want to reiterate that logistics is global. Globalization is taking hold. So hopefully, this will make you want to look into logistics. It's very exciting, and it's very exciting for me. And, hopefully after this little speech, I convince you that maybe you should try a career in logistics. Thank you.